Ladies and gentlemen, here's your second video for your interactive notebook. So if you've missed setup with me the first 2 days of class, here we go. Again, remember it must be a graphing paper composition notebook, and it should be over 100 sheets of paper. If it's less than that, if you have one of those 80 sheet ones, please go ahead and buy a 100 sheet one. Alrighty, so the first thing you're going to do is you have your syllabus, which is this paper. Notice I left a little bit of extra paper on the edge, so that way that's where I could actually apply the glue. So when I fold it, it folds out. If you have not yet gotten this signed, this area right here and then this area up at the top must be signed by a parent. That is a free 100 for you. Underneath that, you're going to go ahead and glue the interactive notebook rubric. On your very first page, you have your table of contents. Remember the way to set up your table of contents. Go ahead and close that. The way you're going to set up your table of contents, and you have 3 pages, is you go 3 lines from the top, draw your line across, and then you're going to go 4 from the side, 4 from the side. So this one will be your page, this one will be your date, and then remember your number goes up in the corner. So let's go back for a sec. The very first page of your notebook is going to be called T1 for Table of Contents 1. Let's look at how I set up my table of contents. I started with page 2, and that was our Resources tab and our Interactive Notebook Do's and Don'ts. Remember, anytime I use the letters IAN, I'm talking about Interactive Notebook. Page 3, we did top 10 ways professors know you're a high school student. Page 4, we have our biology teaks. We have not written anything on pages 5 through 6, 7 through 8, 9 through 10 yet. Leave this here in your table of contents with the area blank. But notice how I did left and right. So remember, our left-hand side are odd. So 5, 6, left, right, and it's blank, and I can write what's going there. We got to 11 and 12. That was safety. Page 14 was our Unit 1 cells. Page 15, 16 was prokaryotic versus eukaryotic, and that's all we've gotten to so far. Please make sure you are filling in the dates. Remember, if you are absent for any reason, I will look back at your notebook. If the dates are not written next to the date that we did that work, I'm going to assume you weren't there. All right, let's go ahead and flip. The first one is T2. The next one is T3, and it's set up the exact same way. Flip one more time. Now we're on page 1. So this first left-hand side is page 1. This one is page 2, and these are our interactive notebook do's and don'ts. If you weren't able to set this up with us, come see me after school so we can go ahead and talk about what goes here. For all of your pages that are not your table of contents, so all the pages after this point, you're going to have 2 lines, 2 boxes down, 2 boxes from the side. So you're going to have basically this nice edge along the outer side of your notebook, not the inner side, just the outer side. This bottom and this side will be used for gluing, which means no writing should go here. The very top 2 lines will be for the header. Every single page needs a header. Every single page needs a page number on the outside corner. So here is my page number on the outside corner. On my left-hand side, it's here on the outside corner. And also 2 lines, 2 lines, and 2 lines. Someone asked me, is it okay if, do I count if it's like a half line? Yes. If you have like a box that's a half line, you can definitely count that. You don't need that much space here, okay? So you don't need like 3 squares. You just need at least 2, so that way you can put a line of glue here. It doesn't need to be a lot of space. Alrighty, so that was page 2. We flip. Page 3 is our top 10 ways professors know you're a high school student. Remember, that's your green paper. You can glue your green paper flat down. There was nothing on the back of it, and I allowed you to do that. Remember, we went and we edited this with our colored pen to go ahead and say what we should do instead of these negative shouldn't do's. Okay? On page 4, we have our biology teaks. Our biology teaks is a 2-sided paper, so I left a little bit of paper on the edge right here so that it could fold. The side that starts with number 4 is the front. Don't chop off number 8. Number 8 needs to be there. It should be on the back. So this is this is 8A, this is 8B, 8C, okay? It just got squished over onto the front. Don't chop it off though, okay? We're going to go ahead and skip pages 5 through 10. We're going to go all the way up to page 14 really quickly. On page 14, here's the tab. Here's what it should look like. So, you have a large rectangle. That large rectangle gets folded to the back. Glue gets applied all over the large rectangle so that it sticks. This whole area gets glued down, and then you write cells on the smaller rectangle so it actually sticks out like a tab. If you have any questions about how to do this, please ask me, and we'll make sure you get this done correctly, okay? But again, make sure that you're doing your 2 lines, your 2 lines, and your 2 lines. And when we go to page 16, this is our very first page of actual biology. The header is prokaryote versus eukaryote. Again, it's got your 2-line border. Remember, right-hand side pages are even, so 16 is a right, 17 is the left, or sorry, 15 is the left-hand side to this. I saved myself some time. I didn't write 15. I know this side is 16, so I know this one is 15, okay? So I saved myself a little bit of time by doing that. Notice I go to the next one. I've got, this one should be 17. I didn't write it, but I wrote 18 up here in the corner. I would set up your borders, your headers, and then the page numbers for pages up to at least 50. That way you're not doing this in class. All right, good luck.